Hello, students. Hope you all are doing good. So, here is an introduction of social studies part 1, that is history. So, today we are going to study chapter number 3, the farmers and the herders. So, in this chapter, we are going to study about the Neolithic period, which is known as Neolithic Age. The period after the Mesolithic age is known as Neolithic age or New Stone Age. Some areas in India where Neolithic sites have been excavated are Kashmir, northern Vindhyas, middle Ganga Valley, the eastern and the southern India. So, now we will talk about the beginning of agriculture. In Neolithic age, man changed from food gatherer to food producer, but this change did not come about suddenly. Man harvested food grains which grew in some regions. He had no idea that grains could be planted. Perhaps one day someone observed that grains swept away from the thrashing and deposited on the dung heaps sprouted. In course of time, produced grains, this was the beginning of agriculture that required a settled life for closely watching plants to grow. Agriculture thus paved the way for settled life. Agriculture brought about many changes in the life of early men. There was a great change in his food habits. He began to live on food grains and vegetables. He also started making clothes from cotton that he cultivated. Growing crops assured man of a continuous supply of food. Although man still hunted, the rearing of animals assured him continuous supply of meat, milk, etc. Now we will talk about community life. What is community life? When man became a farmer, his interaction with other grew, which made him wiser. Living in a group made him aware of his surroundings and gave him opportunities to try newer and safer methods of farming and used of better tools. They had sufficient time as the pressure of searching the food and wasting time in hunting was completely eliminated. Farming and herding involved full time attention. Early men had to live near the places of farming to protect crops from wild animals, etc. Now man began to live in villages. He constructed huts of mud and dried grasses as a shelter to protect himself from extreme weather. The concept of families came into being. The families living in a Neolithic villages were closely related and shared the same customs and beliefs and methods of worship. A group of such families is called tribe. As groups became larger, distribution of work came about. The tribes jointly owned natural wealth. Man has occupations such as hunting and ploughing, whereas women took care of home and children's. And other people performed simple agricultural tasks like sowing and harvesting and protecting crops from pests. Both men and women possibility take parts in pot making, weaving, and making tools, weapons, and ornaments. As you can show in the picture, there were several methods of weaving and making tools and weapons and ornaments. A beautiful ornament is described on your screen. Now we will talk about tools. What do you mean by tools? There was a great improvement in Neolithic tools and weapons. They can be distinguished from the Paleolithic tools chiefly because of their utility. Man still made his tools and weapons from stones, but they were stronger and sharper than before. They invented stone axes, sickles, hammers, bows, and scrapers. Man also made spindles and bone needles. The small polished tool called microliths were fixed onto a wood for easy hunting. Most of heavy tools were used in digging and leveling the land, whereas sharper tools used in skinning the animals and preparing the meat. Now we will talk about invention of wheel. What do you mean by invention of wheel? Wheel was a remarkable invention for Neolithic man. He might have got the idea by rolling the log of wood. He may have realized that by rolling them he could make things move faster. This made him understand the use of round objects would enable easy movement. Wheels not only improve transport but also quicker the pace of development. The potter wheel improved the process of making pots. Perhaps the wheel also used in spinning thread, which led to weaving. Once weaving was known, man used cotton and wool to make clothes, as you can show in the image. Now we will further discuss about the pottery. What do you mean by pottery? For storage of surplus grains, early man made baskets out of forest remains, applied red plate around the baskets and dried them in the sun. While these baskets were useful for storing dry grains, they could not store milk, meat, and water in it. During due course of time, man learned to bake clay vessels on fire. As you can see in the image, several things were stored in these baskets very easily. Now we will talk about religion or faith. Early men considered lightning, thunder, earthquakes, and floods, etc. as a root of nature. He feared the process and as such started worshipping the elements belong to nature, such as water, fire, rain, thunder, and also the sun, the earth, and the stars. As you can see the images on your screen, which shows a beautifully nature god, water, fire, rain, thunder, and also the sun and the earth and the stars. Now we will talk about domestication of animals. Domestication of animals, taming the beast. It is believed that domesticated animals were also referred in thankfulness of bounties they provided. Once people started farming, the domestication of animals followed rapidly. Dogs, goats, sheep, and pigs were among the first to be tamed by humans. Wild herds became a continuous supply of meat, milk, and wool. Now we will talk about disposal of dead megaliths. Death was also mysterious to Neolithic people. When one of the members died, they buried him with all his personal tools, weapons, pottery. They thought that he will use it in his next birth. They often marked these burial places with huge rectangular blocks of stones known as megaliths, as you have shown. Now we will talk about the Neolithic settlement in India. Remains of several Neolithic settlements such as Mehergarh near Bolan Pass in Pakistan, Burzahom in Jammu and Kashmir, and Dausali Heading in Assam have been found in Indian subcontinent. One of the earliest sites, like in Burzahom, people lived in deep pits that had steps leading into them. Ovens, ash, and charcoal have been found inside as well as outside these pits. So people living there must have cooked food. Here, hunting and gathering will also important than farming and herding. The people at Burzahom probably domesticated animals such as dogs and goats. Polished stone tools such as axes and chairs have been found at all Neolithic sites in the Indian subcontinent. People at these sites learned to make pottery on potter's wheel. They also painted design on some of their pots. The Neolithic people of Indian subcontinent usually buried their dead. Different types of graves have been found at different places at Mehergarh and Burzahom. For instance, dead were buried in pits. Sometimes they domesticated animals. Now, thank you all of you. I hope you all have liked this lesson. So complete your assignments. Good luck.